Born February 5th, 1965, Tammy Lynn Leppert was a baby beautiful enough to win contests. For years, as a young girl, Tammy won numerous pageants of all kind. This led her to pursue a career in acting, landing her first movie role in 1980 at the age of 15. In 1983, she got a bigger role in a movie titled Spring Break and was even featured on the imagery for the film. She felt her career was taking off and threw herself into her role. However, unforeseen circumstances would lead to the unraveling of Tammy's sanity. According to stories told by her friends and family, Tammy was away for an entire weekend shooting scenes for Spring Break. When she returned, her mother claimed she was a different person. No longer outgoing and confident, she became nervous and jumpy, eventually showing signs of paranoia. Instead of going out with friends, she stayed in her room, telling her mother she was scared for her life. Some days were better than others, when Tammy was more like her former self, but those days didn't last long. Her mother contacted police, but Tammy sloughed off her mother's concerns, saying she didn't believe she was in danger, even though she said she was. During this period, Tammy was cast in the movie Scarface as a notable extra. She moved to Miami to stay with a friend during filming, but on the fourth day, Tammy had a meltdown. The scene she was to film involved a shooting and a lot of blood. On the set, she was unable to participate in the scene, behaving hysterically until she was removed from set. She decided to quit the film and return home. Her mother says she was almost unrecognizable. On July 1st, 1983, Tammy smashed out the windows in her parents' house and attacked a family friend. Her mother checked her into a mental health center, who held Tammy for 72 hours for observation. Those caring for her noted no drug or alcohol use that she could be reacting to, nor any diagnosable medical condition that could be causing her behavior. Tammy was released from the center and returned home. On July 6th, Tammy told her mother she was going to Cocoa Beach with a friend. Her mother thought it unusual Tammy hadn't bothered to brush her hair before leaving the house, but said nothing as her daughter left. The friend, an unidentified man, said he and Tammy got into an argument on the way to the beach, and she asked to be let out of the car. He obliged and drove away, leaving her about 5 miles away from her home. Some reports say Tammy was barefoot without her purse at this time. Others say she was wearing sandals and had her purse. This is the last time anyone saw Tammy Lynn Leppert. There are many theories as to what happened to Tammy. Some think she ran away, but she was severely unprepared to disappear. And those who voluntarily run away don't usually stay hidden for so long. Some think she was witness to something traumatic while she was away filming for the Spring Break movie. This could lead to someone wanting to get rid of Tammy for good. There is speculation that Tammy may have been 3 months pregnant when she disappeared, which could also make someone want Tammy to disappear. It didn't seem like anyone was stalking or hunting Tammy. No one who knew her stood out as suspicious. Even the last man to see Tammy was not considered a suspect of hiding or hurting her. Tammy simply vanished and has never been seen or heard from again. For me, the most likely outcome is that serial killer Christopher Wilder lured and killed her during his murder spree in the early 1980s. He lived in Boynton Beach and had multiple charges against him for various degrees of sexual misconduct since 1962. He is suspected of the murders of at least 8 women in the early months of 1984. He killed himself during a police shootout in 1984 and never served any jail time for his convictions. Tammy's family attempted to sue Christopher Wilder's estate, but he could not be linked to her disappearance. The odd behavior leading up to Tammy's disappearance is what makes this story so interesting. Did she witness something that made her so fearful? Was the stress and pressure of being an actress more than she could handle? Was someone stalking her, waiting for their chance to strike? Or did someone with bad intentions have a beautiful young woman fall into their trap? The case remains unsolved.